Hi everyone. I've come to a realization about my life recently. I've realized that I've been bored for pretty much 80 to 85% of it. Most of high school, I was bored, and then up until now, mostly been bored. I've done stuff. I've done a good amount of things, for sure, but I've been bored for the most part. Like I said, about 80 to 85% of the time, I've been bored. Coincidentally, another realization that I've had recently is that I've basically coasted for 80 to 85% of my life. I'm not gonna say that correlation equals causation here, but you know what I mean? I was always a really good student, but I didn't work very hard to do it. I just did the bare minimum to make myself appear that I was doing all the work. Same thing goes when I did speech, same thing goes in early days on YouTube, same thing goes for most of the jobs that I've had. I could sit here and be very mean to myself and beat myself up over this, but I'm not gonna do that. Here's why. I'm clinically depressed. So it makes a bit of sense why I would do that. It would make some sense. Here's the kicker, gang. Here's what we've been learning. I haven't been bored recently. In the last 2 months, I have not been bored. I've not been a bored person. I'm also busier than I've ever been in my life. And again, not gonna say correlation equals causation, but there's a trend that needs further study. That's all I'm saying. For me, boredom is sort of like a secondary problem. It's like a response to wanting to do and be more and not doing it. When I'm bored, I'm usually a little bit disappointed, either in myself or the situation, and I'm usually looking in the future or in my head for some kind of solace and relief from where I am. When I'm bored, I try to escape that boredom, and I do that by either dreaming up scenarios in my head and sort of living there, or by projecting that onto other people or the future and stuff like that. That leads to problems, because when you're not living in the real world, you're not living in the real world. Do you know what I mean? The bored and lonely mind is really good at turning people into ideas and projecting all the things you want onto them, and a person can never be that for you. Ding, ding, ding. Did you mean Connor Manning's dating life from 2010 up until recently? I did mean that. Here's how I think you can avoid being bored. It's not a perfect system. Everybody gets bored from time to time, and it's perfectly okay to be bored. This is not me saying, hey, boredom is the worst thing and you're a bad person for being bored. Not what I'm saying at all. Everybody gets bored, and it's fine. But here is how I think you can avoid it. And I think you can avoid it by keeping busy. I think you can avoid it by actively pursuing your own life as opposed to just reacting to it. I think you can avoid it by working at least a little bit every single day towards your goals in life. I think that's how you can avoid it. Like I said, for me, boredom generally has a disappointing feeling towards it because I feel like I'm not doing enough towards my life, towards anything, and I just feel bad about it. I've not been allowing myself the opportunity to be disappointed in my work ethic recently, and that seems to have worked for me. Who knows? Maybe I'm working too hard, and in a month or two I will crash and burn completely and realize that this system is not sustainable. But that's the thing about life, man. I'm 23 years old. I'm a young, small baby in this world. I have so much to learn, and I'm just kind of guessing at this point. Everybody's guessing, but I'm really just guessing. And what I'm thinking is I might as well just dive headfirst into it and just do it as hard as I possibly can because, this is the only time I get to be alive. I'm learning a lot. I'm experiencing a lot. I am exhausted, but, this is life. This is what I'm doing. And I'm trying to be as excited about it as possible. That's where I am. That's where I am in life right now. I'd love to hear what you guys have to think about all of this stuff in the comments down below. I haven't been responding to them as frequently as I would like to, but I do read all the comments that I get, and I love reading conversations and stories and all of that. I love it. I'm gonna go, though. This was fun. I love you a lot, and I will see you next time on Friday. Phew! Don't you hate it? When you just want to drink the tea to wake up because it's 6 a.m., but the tea's too hot? And I don't mean that in the petty, oh, he said that way. I mean that in the tea is that it's literally too hot and I just want to sip it. Just want to sip it.